Es geht weiter mit einem zweimaligen BDO-WM-Finalisten, dem World Masters Champion von 2004. Aktuell ist er die 21 der Welt und er hat gestern James Wade aus dem Turnier geworfen. Die Rede ist vom König, the King, Mervyn King!
Where the traitor lost both his name and his face. Through the halls and the corridors, stinking in blood, he tasted his grin, and it tasted good. The king took his head.
Mervyn King fordert die Nummer 5 der Welt heraus. Der Mann spielt aktuell seine erste Premier League-Saison. Er ist der World Grand Prix Champion von 2017 aus Nordirland. Super Champ Gurney!
Touching warm, reaching out, touching me, touching you. Caroline, good times never seem so good. I've been inclined.
Вирусная угроза была обнаружена.
Caller dieses dritten Achtelfinals ist the voice, Russ Bray.
Well, eventually the voice, Russ Bray, is going to get this match underway. Mervyn King made to wait as Daryl Gurney did his trademark walk-on routine. This pair looking to book a place in the quarterfinals this evening of the German Darts Open. We already know that Michael van Gerwen will take on Ian White after the Diamond dazzled in his match against Dave Chisnell, much like he did here last year, and he went on to beat MVG in the last day. And the world number one struggled at times against Alan Taban, but White won through and will take on Mighty Mike in the quarterfinals. Daryl Gurney, the higher seeded player, the higher ranked player, but doesn't have the better record when this pair have met up. Will he bow down to the king once again today? I'm Chris Murphy, and Dan Dawson joins me in the commentary box for this one.
Yeah, the one win Daryl does have against the king. Came on the European Tour a couple of years ago in Hamburg. That was the last time we saw James Wade claim a PDC title. That's not happening because Wade got beaten by Merv.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, first leg, Mervyn to throw first. Game on!
Already been a good weekend for one king, Corey Cadby. Down under, back in Australia, getting married. Won all 3 ranking events on the Australian Tour this weekend and hit a 9-darter. Is it going to be a Northern Hemisphere regal weekend?
58.
Mervyn claiming a title of his own. If he does, it'd be his first for a while.
Yeah, since that 2014 European Tour win that he had in Sindelfingen.
96.
That was Mervyn King's 7th PDC title. All the others came in a 3-year spell on the Pro Tour between
93.
08 and 2011. He has gone deep into tournaments. We know the amount of finals that Mervyn King has been in, big ones as well.
40.
In the PDC.
He was a finalist on the Euro Tour last year as well, wasn't he? He was only beaten by Snakebite, his old doubles partner back in the day. That was the European Darts Open in Leverkusen, which of course kicked things off on the European circuit this year.
Well, he's making it a strong start here on Pro. I'll come back to that in a moment, Dan, because I believe you've got a belting story to share about Mervyn King and Peter Wright as doubles partners.
96. Mervyn, you require
First of all,
70.
let's see if you can clean up this 70.
Game shown,
Well, he
the
can.
first leg. Mervyn King.
Story time then, Dan.
Second leg, Darrell.
Well, I was told this story by Peter Wright after Liverpool Premier League following the sad death of Eric Bristow as Gurney
140.
can't produce one of his trademark 180s. And I had to check it this weekend rather than just tell it straight off because it sounds so ridiculous that I thought it was one of those urban
81.
legends that just got embellished after time. But it's genuine. Mervyn told me the same story word for word, and it was back when they were playing
57.
doubles together. Mervyn had already had one run, his first run at the Lakeside, the Embassy World Championship. And he and Peter came across Eric Bristow and his doubles partner. First time that Peter had ever come across the great Eric Bristow, the 5-time world champion. As Gurney does produce one of his trademark 180. And Bristow was in full Bristow mode. You know, pointed out quite politely to these two gentlemen from East Anglia that they weren't very good and they were going to get beaten. Another single 18. Oh, he went for it.
99.
Cheeky chin. No need for that.
It wasn't. Mervyn King looking to put some kind of pressure on it.
Darrell, you require 25.
Oh, he's missed a big number now. Only gets one dart at the outer ring now. Mervyn
Mervyn, you
King
require 122.
only needs one treble. Shuffles across to find a clear path.
90.
It was there, but he couldn't find it with his second dart.
Darrell, you require 8.
For Gurney to level up.
Game
He
shown,
does
the
level up,
second
very
leg.
nearly paying the
Darrell
price for that
Gurney, third leg,
cheeky bullseye
Mervyn
attempt, but he
to
didn't need it. So, to resume, Mr. Bristow has pointed out to these two gentlemen that they're not very good and they're going to get smashed all over the hockey.
100.
Fires in a 180 early in the game and gets right up in Mervyn's face. Have some of that. There's a 180 for you, Merv, whoever you are.
100.
Mervyn then steps up. First dart, bang in the middle of the 60. Moves over to the hockey on the board next to them. Throws it into the 60 next to it. And then moves to the other side onto the hockey for the other board next to that. And throws another 60 in. So he's hit a 180 from 3 separate hockeys on the same board. And then turns around to Bristow and goes, "No, Eric, that's a 180.
That is fantastic.
It doesn't end there, Chris.
Oh, please continue.
60.
Because this game goes all the way to a last leg decider. And Mervyn fires in a 180 to leave Peter Wright 24 for the match.
140.
With Bristow
Hang on,
in his
did this 180 count that was hit on 3 different
wait,
boards?
it counted. It counted. Are you going to tell Merv it didn't count?
130. Darrell, you require 160.
So let's see if Gurney can make this opportunity count.
100.
Couldn't, so Mervyn King
Mervyn, you require 70.
just sticking to this board for this finish.
He may move. But I think he'll stay where he is. For double top.
51.
Just pulled a
Darrell,
little
you
low.
require
This for a
56.
potential, well, for a breaker throw. Not potential, it is a breaker throw if it goes.
Game shown, the third
Potential
leg.
fulfilled.
Darrell Gurney. Full leg, Darrell to throw first. Game on.
I really want to hear what else happened. Can we just get them to stop for a minute?
Well, maybe Merv will retell the story if he comes through this one, but we're in the last leg decider. Mervyn King has just hit 180 to leave Peter Wright 24 for the match. Bristow and his partner, they put a perfect setup shot there, left on a double as well. Peter Wright steps up.
19.
Bristow's in his ear hole. Yo, you're going to miss your rubbish. You ain't going to do this. Or words to that effect. I'm not going to repeat exactly what was said. Peter Wright misses outside on the double 12. His next start deflects off the first start into the double 5, leaving him 14 for the match. Bristow is in full flight at this point.
140.
You're rubbish. You ain't going to do it. You ain't going to hit this. Peter Wright addresses the board, looks at the double 7, as Gurney piles in another 180, and maybe taking charge of this encounter. Peter Wright then looks at Eric Bristow without changing his stance and says, "It's all right, Eric, I love double 7." As he says that to his face, lets go of the dart, into the double 7, wins the game. Darryl Gurney misses double 8 for the leg.
13.
That is superb. What's one of the best stories I've ever heard.
100% kosher, confirmed by 2 different sources.
And you allowed Mervyn King to just tell the story. You didn't lead him into what Peter had said.
No. Just asked him what happened, and he told me pretty much verbatim what Peter had told me himself. Double 4. Missed opportunity. Gurney might not be taking charge of this one.
Mervyn looking to break back. Oh dear.
Really?
Well, I'm not sure that's what he's saying.
49. Darryl, you require 8.
It is summed in the end to leave his favourite double. Might get a go at it because Gurney's having trouble on the outer ring.
Game shot and the full flag.
And that always hurts a little bit more, doesn't it? The last dart in hand going in.
Game on.
Mervyn came into this weekend on a 3-game losing streak because he went out to James Wade in the last Euro Tour in the second round stage. Mervyn is a seed, that's where he entered. And he had back-to-back defeats on the Pro Tour at the weekend, losing to Ryan Searle and Alan Taban, both in last leg decided. And you can see there, those averages tell the story. Gurney has outscored Mervyn King, but missing a whole load of doubles has dragged his average down to that 95 mark, and it may well be continuing here. The 180s are flowing. 3 in 4.5 legs for Darryl Gurney, but that's just what Darryl Gurney does nowadays. He's become one of the heaviest scorers in world darts.
They only had one yesterday against Rennie Idams, but didn't really need to do an awful lot against the home nation qualifier. Mervyn King, full credit to ending that run with a win against the most dangerous floater in the draw, James Wade, yesterday.
Mervyn's gone full Cameron Menzies there.
78.
Well, Russ Bray, Julie helping him out with a bad back by collecting the dart. Very, very high. Mervyn has a chance.
Mervyn, you require 86.
To leave himself. Double 16. Should he find the treble with dart 1? He does.
78.
Can't go out with 2 or 3.
Darryl, you require 40.
Well, for another breaker throw and a 4-1 lead,
Game
Super
shot
Chin
on the
is
5th
just
leg.
2 legs away from just his second ever victory against Mervyn King. I said he'd beaten him on the Euro Tour a couple of years ago, but he has lost the other 5 to Mervyn, including one this year, 6-1.
We've seen a return to form in the Premier League for Darryl Gurney this year, haven't we? But he hasn't really kicked on since his World Grand Prix when he had a disappointing World Championship campaign and hasn't added to the couple of PDC titles that he clinched last year.
Well, he was good in the UK Open qualifiers, wasn't he? Because he had a quarter-final and he had a final appearance.
85.
In those. But the Players' Championship, he's not been pulling up any trees at all. And he's only gone past his board final once in the 8 events. And even then, he went out in the last 16. So, but, you know, I suppose it's been getting closer and closer to the birth of his first child. Maybe that was playing upon. Obviously, the Premier League takes it out of some players. And it gives them something else to focus on. Even Rob Cross has talked about that of late. It's a brand new experience at Darrell Gurney. It's not like he's been in the Premier League before. But he did make the semi-finals last time out on the Euro Tour. That's the best run he's had since the UK Open qualifiers. I just don't think we've seen his best stuff. Not the stuff that he was throwing regularly last year when he was making quarterfinals and semi-finals of all the big TV tournaments and winning titles.
Well, maybe he's warming up because we are heading towards that point where we have World Series events, a World Match Play in the summer. Time of year he's performing very, very well, which of course culminated in that World Grand Prix triumph. The PDC TV title, something that Mervyn King doesn't have. Came very close in the Grand Prix in 2012 against MVG. Sets it up.
Require 167.
A break opportunity for Mervyn King.
100. Mervyn, you require 32.
Normally these go for Merv.
Game shot in the 6th leg.
And normally they go straight the double 16, but the double 4 last start will do, and it is a break back, and this one ain't over just yet.
$139.
So the winner taking on whoever wins the next match between Michael Smith and Jelle Klaassen.
100.
Little section of the draw where all those players will really fancy the chances of progressing to at least the semi-finals. Of course, it is the half of the draw that has Michael van Gerwen and a rampant Ian White.
Well, Ian White with 106 average and smashing up MVG at this tournament in the quarterfinals last year. I mean, he's not going to be afraid, is he? He's already won a title. He's one of that elite crew of people who've won a title already this year. Admittedly, MVG's won 8. Now,
I know that we're going to see at least a different finalist tonight because Peter Wright was dispatched by Max Hopp yesterday. Gurney responding kind.
42.
Now this time will it go straight away?
Game
It does.
shot in the 7th leg.
Mervyn King has wrestled his way back into the contest.
Gurney, by getting those 2 breaks though, he had that cushion.
Back to back 180. Darrell Gurney, and a chance for him to do something that Mervyn King has done before, which is hit 3 in a row.
100.
Michael van Gerwen hit 3 scoring visits of 180 earlier in a row. They helped him turn it round against Alan Tavern. I mean, there was a
140.
relatively simple checkout for him in the middle of that.
$100. $65.
Well, if somebody starts coming back at you and chucks in the 11 darter to close the gap to 1 leg, the best thing to do is leave yourself on a nice little finish after 9 darts and snuff out any hope. It always helps if your opponent starts stabbing himself with his own darts as well, is what Merv managed to do there.
Well, he needed 2 trebles though, Mervyn King, to leave a finish, and he's managed to do that.
Mervyn, you require 164.
Just wide. And Mervyn King. Well, I wouldn't want to be that dart when Mervyn King goes to retrieve it.
54. Darrow requires 60.
Can't even look at it.
Didn't do a lot wrong there, Darryl Gurney. You don't get much close to that double 10 without hitting it. But Mervyn for the break that he needs. It's on. Hit double 16 first start last time. And pins it again. That little green bit is starting to work for Mervyn King. And it's helped him turn this game around from 4-1 down. He's won 3 legs on the spin, 2 against the throw. Super Chin is on the ropes here.
A royal rally here in Saarbrücken as Mervyn King fights back, and if he were to see off the job here, a really notable couple of victories it would be, because it's Darryl Gurney, the number 5 seed, and James Wade, who has been a man in form. You were saying yesterday there's 3 men to talk about on the Euro Tour so far. MVG still in, but struggled a little against the St. Allen Tavern earlier on. Peter Wright, who's out, and James Wade, who's out because Mervyn King put him out.
59.
And Mervyn's been at about that average right the way through this game, and it's just that he started to get his rewards for it. Yes, he's benefited from Gurney missing doubles, and he has missed. Darryl Gurney missed 12 darts at double in this match as Mervyn just moves over the 100 average.
Yeah, and Mervyn King was struggling a little bit earlier on, but once he found a double, he's carried on hitting them.
160.
Which suggests that he'll edge ahead from this position.
40.
That's a bad time to do that.
140. Mervyn,
It's a good time to do this.
Yeah. Oh, now. I thought he might go bull there.
60. Darrow requires 62.
The doubles have been the problem for Gurney in this game.
46.
And they continue to be so.
Was a wild
Mervyn,
one, wasn't it,
60.
from Darryl Gurney. Mervyn King to completely turn this match on its head.
Game shown
And he continues hitting them.
Mervyn King. 10th leg, Darrow to
Trying to
first.
rack my brains, but when he was chasing round earlier on and hit the double 4, I don't think he's missed a dart double since then.
No, he's taken 42 out,
140.
110 out, and 60 out with no fuss at all.
$43.
Mervyn would have the throw in a last leg decider if we go the distance.
91.
But with Gurney's ability to pile in the big scores, I mean, he's hit 5 180s in this game, Darryl Gurney. He's a man who jointly holds the record for the most number of 180s hit in a Euro Tour game of 9.
140.
I mean, he's not going to hit 9 in this game.
$100.
Nothing but a 180 will do for Merv here. But he can't leave a finish now.
140.
Now then, Super Chin, you got in problems going for the bullseye. We're not going to know if he would have gone for the bullseye for the 170 in this instance. I would suggest he might have learnt his lesson from earlier, because he nearly lost that leg when he went for an unnecessary ball.
Well, he can only get 1 dart at double, and he has been struggling.
80.
A real chance, perhaps, for Mervyn King to see him off here. He's going to get that dart.
It's a double 6, though.
Game shown
Well,
at
you struggle for a double. You accidentally hit one and then pin the one you want first time. We are going all the way.
Mervyn to throw first. Game on.
Mervyn King has the advantage of the throw in this deciding leg.
134.
Had to dig deep in this tournament so far, Mervyn King. He's going to have to go even deeper Because Daryl Gurney picked up the last leg with another maximum.
7 in the game, 6 to Gurney. We said that his 180 hitting could prove crucial. And even if you do have the throw, when you're up against Gurney, he has this ability to pile in the big scores. And it just robs you of that advantage. Superb. Absolutely superb from Daryl Gurney.
Well, Mervyn King could still go out in a dozen darts.
Oh, Mervyn!
85.
That is it's a silly dart. I don't even know, what was he looking at? He knew Gurney wasn't on a finish. Didn't need to check anything.
45.
Well, catching. But Daryl Gurney will have the chance to win this match when he returns to the hockey.
94.
Could be a very crucial
Daryl
treble, that.
require 136.
Gurney can't find one, so King, 88 required
96.
for a second
Mervyn
scalp
require
in Saarbrücken.
88.
Should get a match dart. 18s. One at the bull.
Game.
And Mervyn
Shot.
is through. A remarkable comeback from 4-1 down to the world number 5. Super Chin cannot replicate his run to the semi-finals last time out on the European Tour. And the King has booked his place in the final session of action. He's won one of these before. And he could face another former Euro Tour winner in Michael Smith. But the bully boy, the number 4 seed this weekend, has got to get past the Cobra Jelle Klaassen. Gurney exits. We'll see him again midweek. The doubleheader in Rotterdam for the Premier League. Big couple of days for Northern Ireland's number 1. But it could be a big weekend for the King. We'll grab a few words with Merv. And then we'll find out who he's going to face in the quarterfinals. It's either Michael Smith, riding high in the Premier League and a 4-time winner on the Euro Tour, or Jelle Klaassen, a man desperate to get back into some form, particularly on the European circuit, which has served him so well over the last few years.
Mervyn, I'm impressed. Brilliant at the end, his bullseye finish, under big pressure.
Thank you.
Little comeback. I mean, he was up 4-1. I didn't expect actually that he would win that match. I thought he's gone now.
Why not?
I don't know. That was just my feeling.
You've no faith in me, man. Come on. I've been here for so many years and producing the goods on the end of the day. It's just unfortunate with Daryl. He's a great friend, great player. Just went my way.
Second win over a top 10 player here. You know how to win European Tour tournaments. Yeah. The Sunday is a question of experience as well to handle 4 matches.
Yeah, it's not an easy day. I mean, when we got 4 games in front of this amount of people with the TV and everything. So any support we get from the crowd is absolutely brilliant. Thanks, guys. Thank you. Really appreciate it. Thank you.
Murphy, see you later again. Thank you very much. Mervyn King! Der sagt, wie, das hast du mir nicht zugetraut nach 1-4. Mir war das schon klar. Ich weiß, wie gut ich hinten raus sein kann. Auch ein schöner Satz, ne? Ich weiß, wie gut ich hinten raus sein kann.